Hello and welcome back to Living Life Fast. So this morning I've managed to pull a couple of strings and I've got hold of something quite special. I've only got 2-3 hours with the car, so it won't be one of my normal in-depth reviews, but more just a breakdown, first impressions on the car. Haven't had time to do much homework on the car, but anyway, let's go take a look.
This is a Chucky Beat production.
So all the performance and all the looks that the S63's got is definitely not a sports car. It's more of a grand tourer, so Mercedes are aiming this car at people that would be interested in, say, like a BMW M6 or a Bentley, maybe a Porsche Panamera, you know, that sort of category. But the S63 pulls off really well because I have seen all of them cars. I've not seen the Bentley. Obviously, you all know the Bentleys have got brilliant build quality, but this car's interior is definitely one of the best interiors I've ever seen in the car. Not that I've been in every car, like I said, but any car I've ever seen, this interior is 12 out of 10. It's just absolutely beautiful. You've got leather all around the car, wrapped around the dash, the steering wheel, the door cards, the armrests, everything's just full leather, the center console, and you've got white stitching around everywhere. The car is something else on the inside. Forget about that exterior, the interior is even better. You got ambient lighting underneath these dual 12.3-inch LED screens. You got ambience in the pockets down the side here. You got ambience under the footrails, in the ashtray thing where the CD player is. There's just ambient lighting everywhere. You get a glass roof. It's not panoramic, it doesn't go back, but brings a lot of light in, gives you that nice feeling of driving on a sunny day like it is now. And then if you look here, the air vents, they got a real nice clip to it. You can feel the quality in it. Well, you know that they're not taken out of another Mercedes. They've been built specifically for this car, clearly. And you've got these little buttons here. I don't know what they are. I think they might turn the air vents on and off. They might close them and shut them. So you don't have normal speedo dials. You've got a digital screen and they're really sensitive. So like you put your foot down, the needle moves perfectly. There's no lag. It's as good as having a normal speedo. And on top it just looks a lot better. Obviously it's in graphics, you know. Over here you get 5 buttons. So one's for steering assist, one's for lane keeping, you got parking sensors, you got 360-degree cameras, so you got cameras at all points around the car. I think I'm not sure if they're under the mirrors, and then one on the rear, one on the front, and you got night vision, and then you got the heads-up display, so you up in front now. I always thought it was a bit gimmicky when I read about these, but honestly it's really handy having it because you ain't got to take your eyes off the road now. Obviously I knew that, but actually using it, it's really cool, so it is really helpful. So in the media interface, you got sat navigation, so you got massive widescreen, you got radio, you got disc changer, you got I think you got SD slot, yeah, you get SD slot, load up all your tunes and stuff on there. And yeah, the interior is just really something else. It just looks really cool. You've got these Vicemaster 30 speakers set up. They look really posh and stylish. You just know by looking at them that they're expensive. There's the optional upgrade as well, so you can have the 24 speaker system, and I think it outputs 1530 watts. Endless money you can spend on these cars. Obviously this is 130 grand with no options from Mercedes, and just with a couple of boxes ticked you can easily spec these to 150 to 170 very easy. I'm not sure, but I know that you get massage seats, you get heated armrests, and there's I'm trying to think, I think there's an air conditioning option as well where you can't even hear the aircon on, so it just adds to that quiet feeling to the car. But even now I'm just driving over some really dodgy road and it's just so quiet inside. You can't hear the cars outside. Like I've just come off the A40 and you go past cars, you can't hear them. Just driving past ability to be able to just cruise all around the world. Not that most people with this sort of money will probably drive these cars around the world. They'll probably take a flight or something like that, but if they ever did decide to, this car, you could definitely take it anywhere. So one of the really cool bits of tech that this car comes with is magic body control. So in simple, basically the car has a camera up front that can detect bumps in the road up ahead, and then as you're driving, the camera detects them, sends the information back to the suspension before you reach the bumps, and the car somehow manages to dampen the suspension correctly, and it just absorbs them much better. So obviously it's for comfort. Put it into manual there. The car takes it one step further as well. You get a curve tilting function as well. So basically the car, through the camera again, it can detect corners up ahead, and the car will basically tilt round the corners just like a motorbike would. It can tilt up to 2.5 degrees, and you get this weird sensation like when you're going around the corners. It's all to just add to the comfort of the car. It's not anything to do with performance. The occupants in the car, it's just a bit more comfort basically for anyone that's in the car. And yeah, I think that some of the Mercedes do come with this magic body control, but I think it's a bit more optimized for the new coupe. But yeah, it's honestly just crazy, the tech inside this car. I ain't even touched the surface of it, but like I said, I ain't done much homework on it. But Mercedes also quote that this is the most quiet cabin in any manufactured car, and I believe him, to be honest. It's just super quiet, everything's just dampened, there's no sound, I cannot hear the cars going past now. It's just so weird, I can't get over it. It's just very weird. I think it's weird.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Ghostly, mate. If I was driving it, I'd think I was going to crash.
Yeah.
I'll be more observant because I can't hear anything.
I like the way how these buttons are all set out as well. It's almost like a skate ramp. It's really smooth and it curves up. Everything's just perfect, the layout. It's like you're in an aeroplane. You're sitting in first class. Everything's just perfect where you want it to be. And this touchpad also, it's touchscreen, so you can swipe it. You can, when you type in your postcode, you can write it out like you was writing with a pen. It's really cool. Also, this car being the AMG model, it's gone with the AMG lightweight program. So the alloys are forged, the brakes are composite, and lithium ion battery. So altogether, this car saves 65 kg. So it's a bit lighter. Obviously, they've done what they can. Obviously, it's never gonna be a lightweight car. It's a big old heavy car. Not that you get that feeling when you're driving it. It does, like, you know, the wheel feels really light. You know, the person that wants to drive the car and wants to get feedback, it's not one of those cars. You're not going to get much feedback, and it probably has to be like that, because if you did get a hydraulic heavy wheel, it'd probably be a little too heavy. You'd definitely notice how big and heavy the car was then. Everything's just had a lot of attention to detail. A lot of effort's gone into this car. And I just hope that one day I do own a car like this, because it's honestly something else. And yeah, so to be honest, yeah, like, I haven't drove an M6 Grand Coupe, I haven't test drove the Bentley, I haven't drove the Panamera, but they're definitely gonna have a hard time trying to compete with this, because this is one seriously stylish car. But anyway, we'll just leave it as that for now. Hopefully I will get the car again soon, as it is one of my mates that let me borrow it for a bit. I'm just gonna hook up a couple of the GoPros on the car now, set up the camera, get you a couple of driving shots, kind of see what it's like round a couple of roads, and yeah, I'll be back with you guys soon. So we're going to take it to my local test track. Totally legal, privately owned. Jeez, the sound is something else. Listen to that. You know, we've got the camera detecting bumps, so we're alright. side, man. Bloody hell. Bloody quick enough. Feels like it's four-wheel drive, to be honest. Don't even feel rear-wheel drive. It ain't got no hint of oversteer. Obviously I'm not on the track and I'm not, you know, but normally get a little twitch from the rear, but it feels like it just clings on. So guys, this was just a quick brief rundown of what it's like. Don't forget to like the video if you liked it, and subscribe if you haven't. Check out some of my other videos as well, and I'll see you guys soon.